Today I want to talk about LUTs. More specific, my LUTs. More specific than that, my new LUTs. And even more specific than that, my new LUTs that are available right damn now. I'm pumped for this one.
Resume is a heavyweight, yeah. Put it on my back, give me everything, yeah. I need everything, I need all of everything, yeah.
When learning how to color grade and color correct, I'm assuming we all do the same thing. Turn to YouTube and check out different creators' workflows. And while doing so, I feel pretty confident saying that you've probably come across different creators' LUT packs. I also feel confident saying that there's a pretty good chance that you might have bought in a LUT pack or two in your day. And thirdly, after purchasing those LUT packs, I also feel pretty confident at saying that you might have been disappointed on the results after applying those LUTs. Yeah, all of those. All of those. That's me. Everything I just said applies to this guy right here. I wasn't really getting the speed or the consistency that I was looking for after purchasing the LUT packs that I have throughout a good period of time. So, I made my own, and I'm super proud of them. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go over the Final Cut. All right. So let's take a look at the screen here on Final Cut Pro. So we have 3 shots here of my beautiful girlfriend, Vanessa Gomes, and we're gonna use these as our tester shots. So first I want to apply a few LUTs that I just randomly selected out of my LUT folder that I have, and I changed the name on them just so I don't offend anybody. That's not what I'm looking to do here. I'm not trying to on anybody's game or stop anybody from making money or stop you from buying other people's LUTs and make you buy my LUTs. I'm just trying to demonstrate to you the problems that I personally have had over time using LUT packs that I've bought online. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that some of you along the way have felt the same way. You see a ad on Instagram or something like that, Sony A7 III LUTs, bring your footage to life, and it looks amazing in the ad, and then you buy it for 30, 40, 50 bucks, and you load it up into your computer, and you add your LUT, and you do everything you're supposed to do, and you're like, Jesus, what is happening here? Again, I'm not trying to say that I have the best LUTs out there. I'm just very proud of what I brought to the table, and I designed these LUTs on how I would prefer to use LUTs. So first, what we're gonna do is, before we add any LUTs, we're gonna go to each individual clip, and we're gonna correct our exposure. But first, we are going to check our vector scope and make sure, if you turn the saturation up, you could see that we are in fact right almost dead smack in the middle of that skin tone line. So we're good on that one. Let's check this one. We're good on that one. Let's check this one. Canon's auto white balance, man. It's good stuff. All right, so we're gonna start with the first clip. We'll bring our vector scope back to a waveform. Highlights up right until about 100. We're gonna bring our shadows down right to about 0, give or take, and that looks good. We're back to life here, and we'll do the same thing with the other 2 clips. All right, so now we have our 3 clips to a Rec 709 look, pretty standard look, and let's go through some of the LUTs. Now I just picked 5 random LUTs out of my LUT folder that I have acquired over the years. I have a few different ways to load a LUT up in Final Cut Pro. I think I'm just gonna go with MLUT here. What we're gonna do is drag an adjustment layer over all 3 clips so that we are good to go, and we don't have to apply the same moves 3 separate times. All right, so I like this shot right here, Vanessa. So we'll add our MLUT to the adjustment layer, and we're gonna load Custom Lut, and we're gonna go to Nameless folder that I created, and we'll start with the first one. As you can see, I just renamed them ABC, ABCD, you get it. Now, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a few people out there that are saying, how do we know you didn't just create these LUTs to look bad, dude? If you ever used LUTs before, I'm guessing you encountered the same problem, and you would know that I'm not gonna go out of my way like that to be a dirtbag. These are somebody else's LUTs. I'm just not gonna say who. I mean, this is the type of problems that I have encountered throughout time. And of course, what they tell you to do is dial it back, dude. It should be around 40, 50%. Now you got to spend time. You got to look for the right percentage. And I guarantee you're going to be playing with that dial up and down, up and down. And I mean, look at all the distortion that's happening back here in these mountains. It's kind of like breaking it up and making it fuzzy. And when we take it away, look how smooth that is back there. Not a fan. And again, This is it at 100%. Let's go to another one. You basically have the same thing with just a teal look, a more teal and orange look, but this is like super teal and orange. And even if you dial it back, right now we're at 56%. Look at the mountains back here. It just doesn't look right. It kind of just ruins your footage, and I personally wouldn't work with something like this. And it's way too saturated, way too punchy, and the same thing goes again. I mean, look at these mountains back here. Look at what it's doing around these trees. This is a LUT pack that goes for, I think, $25. And we'll check out the last one. And again, look at the background. Look at the graffiti right here on this brick wall. The roads are blue, like everything just has one overall tone to it. Doesn't do it for me. And then when you turn it up, look what happens. Just everything turns to a mushy, mushy mess. So we'll go to the Salute LUT pack here, and as you can see, we have 20 LUTs for $20. Now, look at that. That's vlog life. That's at 100%. Turn it off, turn it on, look at the background, look at her hair, look at the different colors in the hoodie. Look how beautiful that looks. You're not ruining any of the graffiti here. That gives a nice accent to the background. You could still make out your pink. You could still make out this tiny bit of yellow here. The green is still intact over here. The green is still intact over here. Look at the mountains. There's no distortion happening whatsoever. It doesn't get all pixelated. It doesn't look terrible. Look at her hair. Look how nice and sharp her hair looks. Turn it down. Turn it up. That's a nice LUT. Come on, like me or not, that's a nice LUT. And we're gonna run through all of these. This is at ease. Again, simple look, turn it down, turn it up. Looks beautiful, look how smooth everything is. There's nothing out of place. There's no one color that's completely taken over this entire image. Dismissed. Beautiful, I love Dismissed. It's a cinematic but natural look. It's a very natural look. It's not overdoing it. It still just looks like normal footage. It just looks beautifully graded. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but so Dismissed looks great. Let's go on to Faded Glory, I believe is next. And yes, it is. And it's gonna be a more faded type of look. It just brightens everything up. Look how beautiful the skin tones look. Look how smooth her skin looks. Look how sharp her hair looks. It's super detailed. Let's go to Just Beyond Normal. So now I do have to do some explaining with a few of these LUTs. I didn't want to just do 20 LUTs in a LUT pack and then all of them be this acceptable, normal type of look to where it's not too overboard in one direction or the other. Like 3 or 4 LUTs in here that were kind of just a really specific type of choice. So this is one of them, Just Beyond Normal. Again, we made it normal and we just went just beyond that. Look how beautiful it looks though. Look how beautiful that looks. What I did was I desaturated certain colors. So now I completely took away certain colors without overcasting the entire image with a certain color. So as you can see here, I wanted to remove everything in the blue spectrum and we pretty much did that. There's no yellows in here, so it's a lot of reds. It's like just beyond normal, and I think a LUT like this is really good for some slow-mo B-roll. Now we'll move on to light work. Light work is exactly what it is. It's just a little touch of time. I just touched it a little bit. Put a little style on it. Just a little lime twist. Very natural look with light work, something that you could use for your vlogs if that's all you're looking for. If you're not looking for this cinematic creative look to your videos, then light work might be perfect for you. And then with light work, I mean, you could really just kind of add a little contrast if you want to, just to smooth it out a little more, darken them blacks. Now, again, remind you what's happening here. Every single one of these LUTs has had no adjustments to them after applying the LUT. All we did was correct the exposure and add the LUT on top. Easy peasy. And each LUT was at 100% intensity. Let's go on to the next one. This is one of the other abnormal ones. This is not quite black and white. And then we have not quite black and white 1.5. So this is not quite black and white. Beautiful look. I'm a big fan of Not Quite Black and White. And then we'll check out Not Quite Black and White 1.5. See, it's black and white, but not quite. Next one up is Overachiever. A lot of these I typed with my accent. Overachiever, huh? All right, let's go. Nice punchy look, very vibrant. Again, you could see all the colors start to stand out. Look at the green in the trees. They're not too overwhelming, but they give a nice deep dark green to them and they stand out. These stand out in the background over here. Queen's Tings. Very simple, faded look. Lifted the shadows. As we can see, the shadows here are around like 10 to 12%, so they're not all the way down at 0. Next one up is Queens, because that's where I'm from. And it's just a little bit more contrast to the Queen's Tings and a little bit darker in the midtones. Here is Salute. Love Salute. I love Salute, man. This is a nice... Salute is definitely one of my favorites. See, they're in alphabetical order instead of the order that I put them in. Ideally, it would be Cinema, Cinema 2.0, then Cinema Frost, and Heat, or vice versa. So we'll start down here with Cinema. And Cinema 2.0. Just a little bit lighter, a little bit more of a fade to it. Now we'll check out Cinema Heat, which has a nice warm tone to it. This especially looks good on a nice sunny day. Maybe you're out at the beach or something like that. Cinema Heat looks great. And Cinema Frost, just a cooler version of that. If you like more of the blue tones, but I made sure I didn't X out these yellows. Look at how vibrant and clear these yellows and these browns are. I didn't want to get rid of them. The greens are in here. The greens aren't turned yellow. I feel like a lot of people think that cinematic means turning all your greens into these dead looking browns. I've applied LUTs before where I have green, bright green, bushy bushes and trees behind me in the middle of the spring and summer, and then I applied a LUT and then everything, all the plants look like they died around me. And now from Cinema Frost, we will go over to Smooth. Name speaks for itself. Smooth. Freshen our eyes up. Look at that. Look at all the color come out in this background. Love it. And we have Teal and Blood Orange. Nice teal and orange look. Another thing I don't like is when people do their teal and orange look and then just way overdo it with either the teal or the orange and then expect you to do... LUTs are here to save time, man. This is to speed up your workflow. Think of how fast our editing and coloring would be if all we had to do was what we did here today. The #1 rule when applying LUTs is make sure you get as much stuff right in camera as possible first before you do anything else. And then the next step is to color correct, which means correct your exposure, and if need be, correct your white balance. And then the last step is add your LUT on. And like you saw for yourself, all we did was correct the exposure and drop a LUT on top, and everything looks great. So this is Teal and Blood Orange, and then I decided to do a Teal and Blood Orange 2.0. A little bit more warmer and a little bit darker on the shadows. And then I believe the last one is Underachiever. And again, this list put it in alphabetical order. Ideally, this would have been right after Overachiever. And this is probably the most contrasty LUT that I have in this pack. And it's still a smooth contrast. Like you could still make out details in the black wrinkles in her jacket and in her hair, her dark parts of her hair. Even here with her shadows, you could still see some detail. Now these LUTs work with any video editing program pretty much on the market. As long as you could find a LUT loader, you could load them up and you should be good to go. But these LUTs also work phenomenal with still images. Let me show you. Apps like Luminar 4, Lightroom, Photoshop, a lot of photo editors out there do have some kind of LUT loader inside of them, and I use Luminar 4 and it sure does have a LUT loader. So let's load up a photo and we'll run through the LUTs again. So here we have our raw ungraded photo, and just to show you, this is the button you click to go back to your original photo if you made any adjustments. And as you can see, nothing is happening. So this is the raw photo right out of the camera. And we're gonna go to our LUTs. There's Salute LUTs 2.0. We'll go to Salute LUTs, we'll open that up and we'll click Vlog Life. Look at that. That's applied at 100%. Photo's good to go right there. Go back. We'll take care of another one. At ease. Look at this beautiful grade that it's given these photos. Here's dismissed. I like dismissed. Dismissed is one of my favorites. Faded glory. Just beyond normal. Not quite black and white. I like not quite black and white. I don't know. I'm a big fan of it. And there you go. I hope you guys are happy with these LUTs. Again, I worked long and hard on. I went back in, retweaked them a little bit, tried them out with other footage, tried them out with cell phone footage, tried it out with Sony footage, tried it out with footage from a few different cameras, and I'm getting the same result. As long as you do the initial color correction and you white balance if it's needed, this is what you're gonna get. Now, all of these shots were shot in log and then brought back to Rec 709. If you're not shooting in log, then you're already in Rec 709. But one piece of advice, try these LUTs out with shooting in your camera's neutral color profile. Chances are you have some kind of neutral color profile or neutral creative look in your camera. I would recommend switching over to that. That way it's not too contrasty and it's not too saturated. You want to leave the contrast and the saturation to the LUTs. They're already pre-applied in the LUTs. And then if need be afterwards, if you feel like you want to add a little or remove a little, then you have the option to do so. I'm pumped about these just for myself. This is going to speed up my workflow probably by a good hour or two every time I edit. And this is what you're going to see my footage edited with until I create Salute LUTs 3.0, I guess. So I'm gonna drop this link down below in the description and in the comment section, and I'll pin it to the top. If you guys wanna check it out, they're $20. You get 20 LUTs, plus you get a C-Log conversion LUT if you wanna use it. If you guys would like to check them out, they are available right now, 20 bucks. I've had sandwiches that cost more than $20. Haircuts cost 20 bucks. Something that's gonna improve your workflow and the overall look of your footage could help you out and speed your game up for years to come. So, and the fact that they look great with still images is just icing on the cake. So if you guys do decide to pick up this LUT pack, first off, thank you for the support. And if you do decide to pick up this LUT pack, make sure you hit me up and you let me know how you like it. Either drop a comment in the comment section below, hit me up on IG, make a story about it. I'll throw it on my story. We'll share the love, we'll spread everything. Well, we're not gonna spread everything, but we'll be happy about it. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at @the_everything man. Thumbs up if you happen to like this video by any chance at all. If you are not yet subscribed, please do so. I'd appreciate that very, very highly. Until next time, enjoy your day, your night, and tomorrow morning. Salute.
Resume is a heavyweight, yeah. Put it on my back, give me everything, yeah. I need everything.